Hey guys, hope you are doing well and you are alive. So the crypto market is still in red, but we might see a sign of consolidation and maybe a small bounce. My name is Mike Dankler from CorionX, and I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems every day to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial or investment advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. So guys, please smash those like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and push the bell notification all. As you see, our loved bubble chart shows a mixed picture. We see a few altcoins are dumping further, like Rune, Thornchain, Arweave, Helium, Quant, Phantom, Sand, Mana, Avalanche, Rune, yes, Loopring, but few of them like Algorand, Leo, DFI, and DCR, basic attention and waves are. As you see, Bitcoin is up a small percentage and is trading about around 49,000 US dollars. So it's up from the dips 7,000 US dollar. And in the weekly, it's minus 10%, and in the December, almost 20% down. Ethereum is trading around 4,550 and up 1.2%. So Ethereum is a little bit stronger in this crash than Bitcoin, and you see other major altcoins is down and they are dropping further. So let's check our favorite indicator. You will be shocked because it's sitting at 18. So the fear is huge, fear is extreme, and as you know, we almost spent a few days in the fear zone and now dropped to the extreme fear zone. And when investors are so fearful, that's always a good buying opportunity. When investors are getting greedy, and greediness can last for weeks and months, that's due for a correction. So at least now we are in the extreme fear zone. So maybe we can go and see, just look for some nice buying opportunities with the sense that maybe we will see further drops, and then we can do a better dollar cost averaging. So let's go to our first news. This is the margin depth and the market up. So this is not about crypto, but about stock market. And I have a nice chart here that showing the margin depth and the S&P 500 in real value. So with the margin depth, that people taking out loans and margin trading, and this is pushing the S&P 500 up. And also here are some controversial chart that the real value and yes, and what else I wanted to show. So I wanted to show this. This is the investor credit and the market. So we are about this line, let's say in green, when investors have positive cash balances. When investors have negative cash balances, so they are taking out more and more debt, then you see these red candles, and you see how the S&P 500 is pumped to the hell when margin accounts and margin debt is increasing. So credit balance is calculated as the sum of free credit cash accounts and credit balance in margin accounts minus margin debt. So huge margins out there. Maybe it will collapse someday. We don't know, but I think this is not something that you can do in the next few decades. So somewhere will come a huge pop-up, and this bubble will be popped up. And this is just about not just about technology and crypto, but also this is about the S&P 500, so the 500 biggest company in the US. Okay, so our next piece of news is one more Bitcoin price dip. BTC may fall again before slow grind up, warns analyst. So let's see. So this was this huge flash crash. This candle came down to 42,000, and now we are trading around 49,000, and this is a good let's say, consolidation that's going on. Fresh of crash, 41,900 early Saturday, the pair stabilized as the market digested what was the latest giant deleveraging event to hit Bitcoin this year. Okay, open interest being built up for weeks, a regime of positive funding and low weekend liquidity, meaning the thin order books, gave a perfect storm for a long liquidation cascade. These forced sales executed into these books, thus the drawdown. So this is what's happened. So that was a leverage wash out. We dip one more time. CT loses its shit and sell more, but it's miraculously gets bought up. CT maybe crypto Twitter. Yes, consolidation, a slow grind up. What they think. And what REC Capital BTC is just below the 200-day moving average, exponential moving average right now. So the exponential moving average is around 49,000. And the 200-day moving average, this is what the long-term investors using as a sentiment if the market is bullish and bearish. And you see that we bounced several times on this 200-day moving average and also went below in September, in end of September. And now also that was a huge spike, but now Bitcoin is trading about that. Okay, so enough flush, maybe not. Okay, significant chunk of open interest on the futures was wiped out during deleveraging, and over 2.5 billion US dollar of crypto accounts were liquidated. Open interest flushed enough, yes. So this is the Bitcoin price and this is the open interest. Let's check this in a bigger scale. This is from Gladysov. So this is the open interest, and maybe it's all together. So now we are down at those levels. So this is a bottom for open interest. The weekly close, meanwhile, looked set to Bitcoin lowest since the start of October. So let's go and check our next news. And yes, Bitcoin price analysis and overview following BTC's worst day since May, the good and the bad. Futures market sentiment. So this is also the leverage on the market, futures, open interest, oil symbols. This is the Bitcoin price, the black one, and open interest is the blue one. And you see the open interest flash down to those levels. And actually, it was a huge drop, more than 2.5 billion. And if looking back for a few days, that for almost 15 billion came down around 11 billion, so almost 4.6 billion just wiped out. Midterm technical analysis. Heiken Ashiki candlestick on Bitcoin weekly time frame while using Bollinger Bands. BTC signaled a correction after touching the upper band at 69,000 US dollar, as we see here. And also the 20-week simple moving average now was broken now. On-chain analysis, the buy-sell price range. Okay, UTXO price histogram. The majority of the Bitcoin sold over the past 7 days, 77% were to ones who were last moved likely both above the 60,000 price range. Therefore, the primary sellers were the youngest buyers who sold at a loss. So younger miners means that who bought in the past 7 days, 14 days, and then they are just fearing that it will drop further, and they are selling their Bitcoins. Okay. Looking at the following chart, we can extract possible support levels if the current price further drops, 46,200 and 40,000, the most vital supports levels based on the UTXO histogram charts. So this is the UTXO when the coin last moved. And we have some coins moved about 40,000. Options market option interest, open interest, put call ratio, and implied volatility. Put call ratio, PCR, the open interest or expiration. Just look at here and you see the open interest is now a little bit down, but not too much. ATM implied volatility. So volatility is huge now. Top instruments, open interest. You see open interest is the last 2 weeks actually increased for the January futures. Cool. So let's go to our next news. And badam. Bitmart hacked for 200 million following Ethereum Binance Smart Chain exploit. So guys, this is bad news, and I even wouldn't just suppose that some exchanges will be hacked nowadays, but it's happened. So sometimes shits happen. Okay, so altcoin 20 tokens that includes altcoins such as BNB, SafeMoon, BTC, BSC, USD, and BPay. There is a chart. You see all the coins that were stolen, and I'm really happy because CorionX is listed on Bitmart, so I'm really happy that CorionX is not affected. So I'm really happy on that because that would be hard for us if CorionX also would be stolen from here, but we are fortunate with this. So flowing the funds on Ethereum to 1inch and Tornado Cash. So Tornado Cash is a kind of that you are sending in some Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, and then you pick out of other coins, and you will be not able to follow, others will not able to follow your transactions. At this moment, we are still concluding the possible methods used. The hackers were able to withdraw assets of the value of approximately 150 million US dollar. Yes, cool. Okay, also Celsius confirmed a loss of 50 million US dollar in the exploit of decentralized finance DeFi protocol BadgerDAO. So BadgerDAO also was had. BadgerDAO security breach surfaced on Thursday, with the protocol officially announcing that it's received multiple exports of unauthorized withdrawals of user funds on Wednesday. Okay, so they are investigating. So I'm really happy that CorionX is not affected. Our next piece of news is, can Bitcoin reach 560,000 US dollar? Yes, it can. But when? The question is not if, but when. ARK Invest's Cathy Wood believes Bitcoin will hit 560,000 by 2026. So we have the when, 2026. She believes that growth will be driven by institutional purchases. Bitcoin's price could continue rising, but investors shouldn't underestimate the environmental and regulatory challenges. Okay, so nice charts. So cool. Why Bitcoin might soar to 560,000. Okay, a large number of institutional investors started to buy Bitcoin. And those institutional purchases boosted Bitcoin's price and drew even more retail investors to Bitcoin, which turned the cryptocurrency into one of the best investments throughout the pandemic. So even if we are correcting, Bitcoin is the best investments during the pandemic. And also it's a remedy against higher inflation that we see in the US and also in the developed countries, and against recession. Why Bitcoin might not reach 560? Okay, environmental cost of mining Bitcoin, and then some things that can affect the adoption, but miners already creating as much as carbon dioxide as Greece with electricity consumption. Yeah, so they should lower the electricity consumption, and not just lower, but the carbon emission. Will Bitcoin ever soar above 500, 600? This is almost a 10 time for him, because now we are below those levels. Cathy Wood's target 560,000 is too high. Bitcoin might be worth a lot more by 2026, but the environmental and regulatory challenges could prevent it from hitting ARK's lofty price target in just 5 years. So this is pro and contra why Bitcoin will reach or not reach 560,000. Okay, so that was the Bitmart news. And let's go to our next news. Eventually, Bitcoin will become a 100 trillion asset class. MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor shares key catalyst. Okay, rising inflation, a key catalyst for surging price. I think everybody in the crypto community has been focused on inflation for the past year and a half. He said we have an universal acknowledgement that the world needs an inflation hedge. Okay, a currency is a medium of exchange that you can transfer tax-free, and it's pretty clear that governments want to keep control of their currencies. He continued. They are not threatened by your ownership of a digital asset as long as you agree to pay tax if you were to transfer it. Bitcoin at 100 trillion market cap. Okay, so then next big milestone will be 2025 with 1 billion users. Bitcoin then could achieve 14% global adoption. Okay, market cap is currently around 1 trillion US dollar. I think eventually Bitcoin as an asset class becomes a 100 trillion asset class if it replaces gold and it releases other forms of property and bond portfolios. Why can't it grow by a factor of 100 trillion? He asked. Okay. So when Bitcoin will reach 100 trillion, Bitcoin will be worth 4.7 million US dollar, and the asset could account for 23% of the total global wealth, which currently sits at 431 trillion US dollars. So this is huge. Let's go to our next news. What is this here? No, I don't need this. FTX releases crypto regulation proposal before US congressional hearing. Okay, so that was published on originally in Cointelegraph. So let's check that. Oh, so okay, once again. So the regulatory label on a given product or market need to change the core goals of regulation, and the same rule sets should generally apply across all markets. A platform operator that permits the use of stablecoins for settlement of transactions should be required to explain the standards the platform operator uses in deciding which stablecoins it permits for such purposes. We check users' phone numbers against their submitted names in KYC in order to further verify them. When this doesn't work or there isn't data, we will require KYC 2.2 to access some features of the sites, including futures. Okay, and also they want to introduce this to the Senate because they want to educate the Senate about crypto and how to make a proper regulation for crypto. Next piece of news is Astar wins third Polkadot Parachain auction. Girl awaits activation on December 17th. Yes, so the third was Akala, and the second is Moonbeam, and now you see Astar. So I think we just we put some money into, I don't know what was the name, Polkafy or what was the name. I hope also they will win a Parachain. Polkadot price awaiting activations, and dot price is just falling. So I definitely think that after this huge drop, Polkadot can be the next forerunner after all layer ones already pumped, but Polkadot not yet. Okay, guys, let's check what we see on the charts. And yeah, so as you know, Bitcoin dropped yesterday it dumped really hardly, and also now we have just some further correction because Bitcoin came back to 48,500 levels, and now it's coming back. So we will see further continuation. So what I would expect here, I would expect that also Bitcoin can revisit this 42,000 levels and then go up from here. But there will be several resistance, also horizontal resistance on the way up. So this is how I see. And yes, let's check the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance actually is falling heavily, but now correcting a little bit. And we have this trend line. So until this trend line will be not broken, that altcoins will perform better than Bitcoin. Especially I expect Ethereum performing better. Okay, what we see, Algorand started some pump. Also, we had the news yesterday that the 1.5 million US dollar fund started by a ex City banker, and they are focusing on Algorand. So that is why we see this small pump in Algorand. Let's check Ethereum. Where is Ethereum? Here is Ethereum. No, this is Ethereum. So Ethereum is doing quite good, and let's check the daily. So Ethereum on the daily chart. Okay, so Ethereum on the daily chart made a higher low yesterday. So you see, end of November, this was the low for 4,040, and now it made yesterday a higher low. So this is a low, a huge dip, but the closing is at 4,100. I really hope that the today candle in 2 hours or the today candle will close above these levels, and then we will see higher highs and higher lows. So that would really healthy for Ethereum. But now Ethereum is correcting after the huge dip. The deepest amount was at 3,600. So guys, hope you picked some Ethereum at those levels. And what about Ethereum Bitcoin? So Ethereum against Bitcoin doing well. It's just preparing for a breakout, or already broke out from this huge symmetrical triangle and from these nice patterns. And also we had a horizontal levels here, and Ethereum broke these horizontal levels, and now especially sitting on those levels. So I'm really happy to see, and this can lead a further rally, not just for Ethereum, but also for altcoins. So most of the coins are dumping further. Matic is doing good actually. So Matic flash crashed to our second resistance line and came back to our previous resistance lines at 1.88, and now trading between these support and resistance. So now it's support, and we have resistance at 2.2, and today the price visited both. So was at the lowest level and also was at the top, but was not able to break out yet. But Matic is doing good. I will watch out for the breakout and buying in Matic if it breaks out. Cool. So we have this like TLM alien words like dumping or dumping further. I would just wait until this trend line will be broken, but these levels are really nice accumulation zone. And also I think we have some coins that maybe can do something good. Let's say EOS, when the bullish exchange will be launched, bullish can perform well. Moon River just dropped further. So, but I think this is a good accumulation level. And also here is a kind of horizontal level. So let's say here. And also this is the Fibonacci retracement level. This, so I would watch out this. Now we are below that, so it's not good. Cardano, yes, Cardano bounced a little bit, but not totally. I hope Cardano will bounce from here, starting its rally. Gala is correcting further, so that was a small pump yesterday, but now correcting back. And also still this trend line is not has not broken, and we are between support and resistance. And Sandbox also doing the same, so Sandbox also correcting further. So I would watch out to come down to 4.5, and I would pick up some Sandbox there. Your folks' favorite coins, Shiba Inu, as Shiba Inu bounced at this trend line. So, and now side waving, so we'll see if we will see further drop or maybe a bounce. So now I also putting this trend line here. So guys, this is for today. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to visit our farms. Let's come and farm CorionX on the Binance Smart Chain version. Provide liquidity on PancakeSwap in CorionX BNB pair, and also provide liquidity on CorionX BUSD pair, and lock down your liquidity pool tokens here and earn 160 to 340% APR. We will adjust the farms next week, hopefully on Monday, and then the APRs will increase and to nice levels. And also, if you are holding CorionX Ethereum version ERC20, then go to Uniswap, put some liquidity in the CorionX Ethereum pair, and you will earn 330% APR. And if you are just looking up your single CorionX in the staking, that you will earn 100% APR. So guys, this is for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Please smash those like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye.